All right. Welcome, everyone, to Pre-Market Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the rest of today's trading session. Joel, you and I were just talking. We saw some tech stocks reverse today. Other tech stocks did not reverse today. All in all, though, market is just doing what it does, and that is just slowly and steadily moving to new highs. That's what it does.
Yeah, and I'm just checking in on this chat here, and I got exclusive controls now that Spencer's gone out of town, and man, we
Wow.
got some chatty chatters here. I mean, they're in before the show even starts. So thank you guys, thank you all. The song remains the same here at the pre-market prep crew. You had a dip this morning. Guys like me that were trying to buy the pre-market low, they got nothing done on their orders. 35, 33, 75. We're almost 50 handles above that. My top number on my sheet is 35, 98, 50. I don't think we're going to get there today. A new all-time closing high by a wide margin. And guys and gals, when you're looking at stuff and stuff makes a new all-time high and it makes it by like a couple pennies or a couple points, it's no big deal. But when you keep making new all-time highs by a wide margin, boy, oh boy, it's hard. It's hard to even think about where this market's going tomorrow. What happened to crude? I think the crude traders got sick and tired of hearing me talking about $43, and they flushed this one. Finally broke out of that consolidation down to $1.23 at 41.53. Not good. That's a big move for that. Maybe continued downside tomorrow. Looking at gold, who needs old gold when you can own stocks here? Gold is down $30.40, 1948.50. Silver always moving more than the gold. Silver's down 3.61%, 2761 and a half. In Bitcoin, you talk about a trading range. Well, you would have had to go a little bit closer. 12,000 on the upside, 12,175 was your high. We got all the way down to 11,165. So not a good day for the non-stock assets. Bitcoin back at 11.5.
Look, so we talk about relationships all the time. That's really what our show is about, is relationships. And we know that technology and growth tech is in favor. But within those growth tech stocks, there is a divergence today. You're seeing the stocks that were like at the top of the heap, the cream of the crop for the past couple of weeks. I'm talking Apple, Tesla, Salesforce, Shopify. They're all weak today. Other stocks that have been in favor, not so much. Microsoft is up. Google, I think Amazon, last I checked, maybe not. Let me see, where's Amazon at? Yeah, barely up. You're seeing this divergence a little bit in tech.
Right. And my focus is so narrow sometimes. I just, I look at the top components of the S&P, and I was looking at Apple, and then I was looking at Tesla. I mean, come on, these stocks had some tremendous runs here, and
Yeah,
oh boy,
why don't you pull up your
I
chart?
know. I just looked, and I'm like, I didn't even pull up my stupid charts yet
That's okay.
here. Still learning the ropes here. I'll be perfect tomorrow, though, I'm sure. Let me find my Zoom here as I fumble around. But anyways, these stocks are taking a little bit of a breather, and all right, here's my Zoom hiding under everything. How do you get your Zoom not to hide, Spencer?
I've got 4 screens, and every window is perfectly aligned with where it needs
Okay.
to be.
I'll have to find a new window for it. Um, or a new screen because I got 5 screens, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, they cooled off. I mean, what do you expect for Apple? I mean, it's had just a great run. You see the run here. It just cooled off from the split a little bit. The session, the high was made early in the session, 137.98. That was off your 137.59. So keying off your opens is important. You got down to 227.35. I'll wait for a little bounce on this one. I think that's probably your high and your low there. Yeah, for the retracement. So I'll be looking real closely. It's probably pretty 11, 5. I'll be looking at this 132.5 area tomorrow. That's halfway back to see if Apple's just taking a little breather here or there's some more continued downside for Apple. Tesla, I mean, it should be going down. I mean, it had the post split jam. 500 seemed to be a point where the big boys wanted to trim it. Also, allocations with the new, whether it's cap weighting or share weighting with the split. They had to do a little bit of trimming. That's a pretty good move in Tesla. Once again, I'll look. Really, it looks like 450 seems to be the area. I'm not gonna cut pennies here. 502.49, 405.12. Just a little recovery, but as I said, I was narrowing my focus when I said that that the tech stocks were down. I mean, Amazon. I mean, I know Jeff Bezos said he's never going to split his stock, but man, oh man, if he wants to get even richer, I got a recommendation for him. Split that stock. Split it. 10 for one would make it 350. 20 for one would make it 175. 40 for one. That's what I'm proposing. A 40 for one. That'll take it down to $75, right? So that's what I'm proposing. But Facebook over 300. And the other one that I was sleeping on the upside here, and I looked at this chart yesterday. Full disclosure, I do own Twitter and a long-term portfolio. And I was looking, I'm like, look at all those highs at 41. I wonder what's going to happen if it breaks out. Well, who was the analyst that was looking at the chart, Spencer? And bumped its price target up on this, or
that was Bank of America today.
Bank of America doing a little technical analysis here and pushed it through that $41 level. Analysts moving stocks, holy moly! Peloton.
Yeah, I know.
The thing that I want to point out about Peloton today, full disclosure, I do own Peloton. It gave you a shot at this. I mean, Triple D says he doesn't chase, and he made his old $100 prediction, and he was a little bit wrong on that one. Probably hit 100 tomorrow. But if you look at it, if you don't want to buy these stocks on the gaps, which I never do, look at the close from yesterday. Well, you couldn't get the close. The close is 83.67, right? So your bid is there. Your bid is still there. But if you were so inclined to look at the gap fill from yesterday, 84.25. Now I know Jeremy plays these the opposite. He'll sell a gap up or buy the gap up or gap down. Here's a point where you could have got in between the high from yesterday and the close and leaned on the low. Here we are back over $90. So just a little tip here on Peloton.
And I want to do a couple of stocks that on my radar from today, and then we'll go to the chat. I don't know if you saw KSU, Joel, Kansas City Southern, but a month ago, there were some rumors of a private equity takeover interest. Same story again today. And technicals matter. I mean, it got up. It actually went higher. It went higher to the price to hit a month ago on the last rumor. The report today is that Blackstone and GIP have made takeover offer for the company, but it is settling in right now at just about the same price that it topped out at on the 31st.
Technical analysis really plays the game again. You got that initial surge in August. You had a little bit of a pause, but then you went up to 195 and change. And then people just kind of lost interest. You can see the consolidation between 180 and 185. You get the news today. And you did clear that high. So if you were looking at this and saying, I'm going to sell that all-time high, 195.47, well, you were looking bad for a little bit when it went to 198.99. But once again, you're still in, that position. If you sold it, you're out. You can rebuy it if you choose. I mean, a lot of times these deals, you see the deals come in, and what if it comes in at 190? You're buying this at 194. It could come in at 200, 205, 210. I have no idea, but you're paying up. And man, I can remember, what was that deal that took forever to go through? Monsanto. The initial surges in those things sometimes are just, the icing on the cake. Not saying that's going to be the same with Kansas State University, but it's just something you should keep in mind.
And then I'm going to make the case here for a new catalyst. Not new in the sense that it new in existence, but new in the sense that this could be a catalyst that kicks off stocks into the stratosphere here. And that is insider buying, specifically from the CEO. There are two companies today that are up big because their CEO bought some shares. Smile Direct Club, SDC, and Corcept, CORT. Both having great days. Both had filings out where their CEO bought stock.
It's an old catalyst and it's a new catalyst, and I think that's one thing that Triple D, is his years of success in trading is he has all these different strategies, and insider buys is one
Right,
of them,
but
and
my
he's
point,
on those.
right, my point was over the last month we've seen stock splits serve as catalysts. We've seen earnings obviously are always catalysts. We've seen some ratings as catalysts. We've not seen really any stocks move off of insider transactions. But we are seeing.
But you know what? We did see a lot of insider sells, and who was
Yeah,
that? And sells are for different reasons. Who was the one guest that we had on, and it said that the insider sells were bullish?
that was Chaikin actually.
Was that
That
Chaikin?
was March. That was 2 weeks ago. He doesn't think it's really that much of an issue. As we've discussed on the show several times, there are dozens and dozens of reasons to sell your stock. There is only one reason to buy it. That is because you think it'll go higher. That is the only reason to buy stock. You could sell because you're buying a house and you need to fund that. There's a bajillion reasons why you could sell. So anyway, CORT and Smile Direct Club, SDC, both up today.
Nice moves. Yeah. $10 is your bogey for you'll be smiling if it closes over 10 here. You can see it got that spike up to 10.10 back under 9. So I don't like the peel back from the 10. That 10 might be a hurdle to clear a little bit. And CORT, you said, was the other one?
Yep.
Those are good. I mean, I don't know if the Robinhood crowd's going to jump on this one.
Maybe they already are.
The high speed traders are be hopping on it before they do. Ha. But anyways, this had a big move. Just don't like the way it backed off. Once again, you don't like to see a high at 23 and change and then under 20. That just means people are caught between 20 and 23. It doesn't mean that it's not going to go back over to that level the following day. But definitely you have to be aware of that. And Mr. Chaikin was the chatterbox today, huh? We couldn't get him off the show.
All right, to the chat we go. Let's go to some stocks people are talking about here in our YouTube chat. What do I see here? Oh, Spinner in our pre-market chat noting that Rocket is rolling over here. And
oh boy, I don't know. Rocket is losing steam here. I mean, it pre-announced, right? And it was good, and then it went up, it was good, and now people are like, okay, well, the news is out. So this is coming in a little bit. That's when Dennis does those trades. Yeah, he sold it at 32 today. Yeah, it went to 34.42. But that's what you see. Sometimes you see some people ringing the register into the close. Didn't Kramer say that you should have taken profits at like 28.5? So holding stuff in the reports. I never buy or sell or do anything with the stock based on an earnings report. But you just got some profit taking coming in here. Maybe you get a little retracement. Who knows? Just not a great candle though for Rocket.
Yeah, actually, on that same note of Rocket, you might as well look at the other stocks that we talked about this morning that are due to report here in the next day or two. DocuSign is one, and not a good day there.
Not a good day after, the old all-time high. I mean, you're not expecting, if you own DocuSign, you're not expecting it to go up 60 points off Zoom earnings, right? Yeah. And that's basically what you had happen. So, you got to take profits somewhere. I mean, it depends on what portfolio you have. But, there you go. Someone's just saying, hey, enough is enough, or taking off half of their position. I
Yeah.
mean, what the heck's wrong with that? If they don't really blow it away, you could be back at 220 tomorrow. So
Yeah.
big moves and just a little bit. Zoom gave some back today after that big move. Oh, boy, you got a level Zoom. Oh, you Zoom traders out there.
What do you
Look
got?
at that.
What do you got?
410, 410. 410, 410, 410, 410. That's all I need to say. Yesterday's low, 410.68. Today's low, 410. Gap down to 325.90. Holy macro. 410. Love that level. Easy one. Easy one to pick out. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
And then, it's the same story really right now with Cloudera and CrowdStrike. The charts kind of all look the same here. So
Cloudera's been a dog. It's come to life. Where is this thing? CLDR. I haven't looked at in a while. They got it started. Oh, this thing still goes nowhere. Oh, we're going to sell ourselves. You get the pop and no one wants to buy it. It goes back down.
they did say that, right?
Yeah, the old, okay, we're going to sell ourselves trick. That never works. And this has been, let's see. You break out over 14 and you got a party in this one, but tough stock, not a great performer considering Cloudera. I mean, if you're a tech stock and you're in the cloud and you're called Cloudera, you should be the champ. You should be the absolute champ. So anyways, that's what you're looking at in CLDR.
All right, back to the chat. Sorry, I got distracted with that. Pluralsight PS. This is not one that I'm super familiar with. I know of it, but I have not looked at it recently. Don't know too much about the stock, but it just looks like it's in a range here.
And it just got beat up. Maybe just sellers got tired here. I don't know. Nice rebound. Up what, 48 cents? I mean, if you're looking at a swing trade here, you got a low to lean on. I would just, if you're looking at your monthlies though here, I don't know why this gap down. If you're doing some homework, you got to find out why this gap down in July of 2019. And then I know I haven't been drawing many lines lately, but here you go on your monthly. I mean, look, you got a wall there. Let's just call it $22. 22 to 22.28 there. That's a high of the move. That gets in your gap area. But if you're messing with this one, find out what happened in July 2019.
And just as far as earnings for the next day and change. So after the close today, we have Five Below. I mentioned Cloudera. We talked about MongoDB this morning. We mentioned Rocket Companies. That's after the close today. Tomorrow morning, Campbell's Soup. Interesting. What else do I see? I see. Nah, there are other ones.
I put them in the dock. There's nothing super sexy, right?
Not really. Michael, no, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew 14. We're gonna wrap it up. Andrew 144 audio.
Yeah.
He keeps saying, I asked about Tupperware in June when it was at 450. How far back do you look for resistance or ideas where to exit? Pulled some off today.
Oh.
Well, first of all, Andrew 144 audio, we should be asking you where to get out of the stock. You're the one that got into it, okay? And you're asking us? I don't know. I mean, what do you? I'll let you take first stab at it, Spencer.
Look, I'm just going to repeat, and I'll tell you exactly what I do with when I have a big winner. And what I did today with SHLL, I throw out a trailing stop, and I do that for all big winners. I throw out a trailing stop, and that way it takes my emotion out of the game, and it automates my selling process should that happen. I know I'm not going to get the top. If you really need to, find a percentage either that you feel comfortable keeping or that you want to sell. You can come at it from both directions. Like, how much do I want to sell? How much do I want to keep? And if you have to, take that off the table, right? Whether it's 20%, 30%, 40%, whatever.
Yeah, James is asking about it. Usually 20%.
Yeah, just find a percent that you're comfortable either selling as we close, selling or keeping. Take that off the table. Or I like trailing stops because they automate your selling process and they take emotion out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big, big move. I would say,
But congratulations also.
yeah, it's
Great
I mean,
job.
it broke out of a major consolidation period, so it's really hard to call it. I mean, if it, who know? First of all, I don't know when earnings are, right? And that could
Uh,
be, oh, they probably just had them at the end of
yeah,
July,
yeah,
right? And
yep, they
and
did.
I don't see any Wall Street analysts coming out and
It's not a very well covered stock.
upgrading Tupperware to I'll tell you one thing, it's hard to keep a lid on this stock. Um,
Thanks for that.
I had to give you one pun before you laughed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait for a couple days, see if you get some consolidation off this move. And then after the consolidation, if you break out of the lower end of the consolidate, have a little stop there. But with it having that big bar today and straight up, it's really hard. Just keep an eye. The most important thing, Andrew, is keep an eye on your target and the high close for the move.
Pre-market prep, come for the stocks, stay for the puns. That'll be a wrap for us here. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate any and all likes and subscribes. Please remember, all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. That is a wrap for us. I will see you all on the other side.
A week from Tuesday, right?
Monday. I'll be back on the
Coming back. Oh no, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
the 14th. I'll be back on the 14th.
That's Monday. You're taking Labor Day off, and then you're back a week from Monday.
Right.
Okay.
I'll see you all then. Joel and Dennis will be with you. In the meantime, everyone have a great rest of your day, and good luck and stay safe.